Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, viewers of the Inside RIC Athletics YouTube page. My name's Owen, Kane, Assistant Sports Information Director. Today I'm joined by forward of the RIC women's soccer team, Amber Almeida. Amber, how are you doing today?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you very much. You picked up your first loss this past week, unfortunately, but the team's doing really well so far to start the season. You're playing these out-of-conference games. You guys are really seeming to put it together. What are some things that you are looking for to try to recoup and redo for this upcoming game against Curry tomorrow?
Honestly, nothing in particular. We're actually doing pretty good. We're where we want to be. Brandeis was they're very good.
Really good, yeah.
Good competition. They're great practice for conference games, but I know it looks like we lost 4-0, but we held our own and we did everything that we were planning on doing.
And you guys have a really experienced back line. I mean, especially with Karen Johnson-Hoffman and, Leah Saunders has been doing great back there as well. You guys didn't let up a single goal for about 270 minutes, I believe, so that was really good to see. What are some aspects, outside of athletics that sort of, influence your decision to sort of come here? I know you said we were talking a little bit before the interview, you said your mom, came here. I actually have a similar story. My dad used to work here a little bit. That's how I sort of got into Rhode Island College. I started watching a lot of their soccer games. Your mom was a big influence. How influential has, the rest of the team been and even your coaches in making this transition?
They've been very good, very helpful. I mean, it's very good to be on the team, back playing. Anything I need, coach is always there.
Yeah.
Anything any of the girls on the team need, he's very helpful.
Yeah. What were some future things what were some things that you want to tell your future self going into college that you might know now that you maybe didn't know going into college, especially coming from high school? It's such a big switch. I mean, everybody goes through it who goes to college, and even if you're an athlete or not, what can you enlighten people on that, right?
I mean, I think planning and time management, when you get out of high school, everybody tells you college is going to be so much harder and so much more work, but really it's actually just a lot more free time.
Oh, yeah.
You get more work, but when you manage your time well, it's actually, I think, a lot less and a lot easier than high school actually was.
Yeah,
But when you fall off the wagon, you're... So I'll tell myself, no naps and get a planner.
Yeah, right. I mean, you can limit your naps. You just got to...
Some naps.
Yeah, some naps. Yeah, right. When I was coming into college, I always... I didn't play a sport in college. I was thinking about it, but, just really managing your time is a great one. You have a lot of free time. You're on your own, sort of making your own decisions. You don't have someone, looking over to you. You have set classes that you got to go to, but you might have, stuff in between them that you can go do some stuff and stuff like that. Is there a different routine that you do for home games? I know there's probably is a different routine, but, just talk a little bit on your routine for home games, versus away games and where you have to, travel on the road.
So, away games, I have to make sure that I eat a meal very long before we leave, and then I bring a meal on the bus.
Oh, nice.
Because I like to eat pretty close to game time. Home games, well, actually, it depends on what time of day the game is. I have to wake up very early. If the bus is leaving at 7, I'm up 5:30. Because I need to, start my day, or else I will play very slow. I have to get... my actual day started.
Yeah. What is your go-to pre-game meal on the bus? Like you said, you had, does it switch up from time to time, or are you sort of just you set on a certain meal?
I will just tell you that it's always carbs and usually sugar. Sometimes I'll do a little rice, just plain white rice, or I'll do a Pop-Tart, one Pop-Tart, or peanut butter and jelly, something
Pop-Tart. We were mentioning a little bit, we were talking a little bit before this interview, you maybe sort of were thinking about taking a step away from soccer. You had a little injury maybe you were dealing with. Was there ever a time you really thought that you weren't going to ever play again, and, maybe talk a little bit about on that?
Okay, so COVID happened my junior year of high school.
Yeah.
So my entire junior year premiere season was canceled, so we didn't have any college showcases. That year I went back in the fall, and we only had 7 games, 1 spectator, you couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, right.
After that season, I was so sad, I threw away all my soccer stuff, because I was I'm never going to play again, I'll just get rid of all of it, not see it. Then I ended up transferring here, my sophomore year of college, and I wanted to play again. I had to buy all new stuff, and then I pulled my hamstring right before the season started, so I couldn't even walk on.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got in touch with the coach again, and then I tried out my junior year, but I almost didn't because I was so nervous.
Yeah. That's great that you decided to try out. The team really needs you. I mean, you put up so. I mean, I like just watching you and calling your games. You really put a lot of pressure on the defense when you're sort of tracking back and in that forward position. It's really fun to watch, honestly. Another question here. What's like your biggest role model? Who's your biggest role model and why? You can say anyone from like a celebrity to your mom to if any siblings you have. Who is that person?
Definitely my mom.
Yeah,
we're very similar. I'm going to do the same job as her.
Yeah.
Different subject, but same job. She's always been there for me. I would definitely also say my dad. He, big influence in soccer.
Right.
He took me to all my practices and my games. Obviously my mom too, but, probably them too.
Yeah. A little fun question to get, end the day a little bit, send you on your way. You guys have practice, I'm guessing, later today, preparing for Curry tomorrow. This is being filmed on Tuesday. You'll see this on Wednesday's halftime report, once again on the LEC network. What's one class elective that you really wish you could take, either being offered right now at Rhode Island College or not? I know when I was in my undergraduate career, I really wanted to take scuba diving. That was one of the things that we got introduced to it at our school. Actually, it was really funny. But what's that class elective for you?
Oh my gosh, I literally don't know. Anything ever?
Anything. You could say dog sitting to scuba diving to.
I would say something at the zoo.
Okay.
I haven't been to a zoo in a long time, but you can but something you actually get to do stuff
like being an
animals.
intern at the zoo. Yeah, that'd be so cool. I mean, like feeding the different animals.
Getting to see everything.
Yeah, any sort of animal you could take. What actually, a follow-up question? What would be one animal that you could have, or that you could look over at the zoo? Like, what's your favorite one? Maybe from rhinos, you could do elephants, cheetahs.
Probably any type of big cat.
Yeah,
like a lion.
Yeah, that's
or
pretty cool.
A tiger, but one that would not eat me, preferably.
Right. Yeah, you got to be able to control it, right?
Yeah.
Once again, this is Inside RIC Athletics. Be sure to stay tuned. Curry College tomorrow at Alumni Stadium. They're going to be playing at 7 p.m. They got the second game of the doubleheader. Once again, if you can't join that, LEC Network is always a second option. I'll be calling the game there. Thank you very much, Amber, for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.